If I get interrupted by one more idiot revving their engine outside of my window, I'm gonna lose it. Oh my god. Hi there. If you're like me, you recently went to go see Wicked in theaters and thought to yourself, wow, I have to hyper-focus on this now. If you haven't seen Wicked, why did you click on this video? Go watch the movie. You looking for spoilers? I'm not doing spoilers here. We're talking about clothes. Also, how do you spoil it? It's been a musical for like 20 years and was a book before that. Anyway, today I am tier ranking almost all of the costumes in Wicked Part 1. I say almost all of the costumes because genuinely I was going off a mix of my memory of the movie after seeing it in theaters and also what I could find like on the internet for pictures of the different costumes and interviews with the designer. So this isn't the most comprehensive list, but I found as many as I could. The tiers I'll be sorting them into are no notes, which means there's nothing I would change about it. I love it so much. Good job. Amazing. The next tier is so close. It's almost perfect. There's one thing that I would have done differently or one thing that just bugs me about it. Next is, yes, very good. Nothing like particularly spectacularly good about these ones, but like good. You did it. You made a costume. It was a good costume. Hats off. Congrats. Next is, like it's fine. I don't have strong feelings about it. Just kind of don't feel a lot about it. And the last tier is nope. As in, I have something against these costumes, and I am not a fan. I have a lot of these to get through, so we are going to go a little rapid fire with it. So without further ado, let's get into ranking the Wicked costumes. The first costumes that we see in this movie are the Munchkins, and I'm grouping all the Munchkins here together just as a general Munchkin fashion, and I adore them. I have no notes for the Munchkin fashion. The colors are wonderful, the textures are amazing. There's like a fun Willy Wonka meets the Hobbit vibe, which I'm digging so much. There's lots of fun hats and hair, which I really appreciate. I think that the wrong hat or hair can kill an outfit, and they excelled here. And again, so much great texture with all of the like knit fabrics and all the layering. No notes for my Munchkin fashion. Next is Glinda's bubble dress. This may be a bit of a controversial one. I'm ranking this so close. Here's why. I adore the dress. It is almost perfect. I love all the bubble motifs. I love the use of geometry in the construction of this dress. I love that they went with a full ball gown and they didn't shy away from that. However, it looks a little prom to me. I would have loved if they had some more sparkle going on in the crown. It looks really cool with all the bubble motifs, but it just doesn't look very Glinda to me with the amount of sparkle they gave it. And the thing that keeps bothering me about this dress that I just can't like shake off is the shoulders and neck feel exceedingly naked here in a way that just entirely throws me off. It feels off balance throughout the elements of the dress. And so for that reason, I just kind of have to give it a so close because I love it. It's gorgeous. Something's not right about it to me. Next, we have another one of Glinda's, her traveling/arrival suit. I'm going to put this one in very good because there's nothing immensely stellar about it that I have to say. But it was a really good costume. The jacket is nice, but it just is kind of not making the outfit for me. I like the outfit way better as Glinda is losing items of it, so with the jacket off. They put her in this really cute hat for like 2 minutes, and I would have loved if, the hat stayed on for longer. I think that's part of what killed the jacket for me is when the hat was gone. So it's very good. Next is the Shiz uniforms. These are so good. They look so cool. There's all this asymmetry going on with the different cuts and colors and the diagonal lines throughout the waistcoats and the blazers. There's mixes of trousers and kilts and shorts and long socks and leggings and short socks and boots, and it's so cool how they've mixed and matched all these elements together. I enjoy how it's a mostly blue color palette with like a little bit of orange in it. And I love the orange in small amounts. However, I really am not a fan of the giant orange and blue printed sweaters. They're a big downer for me on this. So yeah, not a fan of the orange sweaters. And also, I hate this velvet blazer that they put one of Glinda's besties in. I hate it so much. It just looks lumpy. So, because there's only two little things, I'm going to put this in so close to perfect. Because the Shiz uniforms truly are a feat. They're beautiful. But the sweaters in that blazer, come on, guys. Next is Elphaba's coat that she arrives in. I don't have much to say about this other than no notes. So Victorian, great structure, amazing shoulders. I love it. It's so good. No notes. No notes. On to Nessa's arrival outfit. It's fine. Like, nah. I'm going to put this in because there's, like, once again, ugly velvet blazer. Nope. Please don't. Don't ugly velvet blazer, Nessa, please. It's not, like, highly stylized. All the other Shiz uniforms, including Elphaba's even, obviously she's the main character. All the other Shiz uniforms, even, like, minor characters, have this personalization to it, and Nessa's just doesn't. The only personal touch that is keeping me from putting this in Nope is Nessa has striped socks on as a nod to the Wicked Witch of the East in the original Oz. So I do think that I'm going to put it a step up from Nope. So this is going in Madame Morrible's brown robe for the assembly. Chef's kiss, no notes. Amazing work, everyone. So good. It's too good. It's the best. It's amazing. I love it. The details, the draping down the back of it, all the beading and embroidery, it's so good. I also love how you'll notice through Madame Morrible's costumes that it gets darker the more we see her in the film. We're revealing that she's not a great character. And so she starts off in this lightest outfit, in this very light pale brown, which is so good. Elphaba's next outfit is after she's taken off her initial coat, the Wizard and I. She sings it in this like pinafore getup type thing we have. They put Elphaba in a lot of sheer costumes where she's fully covered, but we can see hints of her green skin. And I think that's a really great detail to have. They tried to keep a lot of her costumes like natural and flowy because she's more connected to nature and the side of the animals in this story. And so I think they did achieve that through the flowy blouse underneath. And I'm a sucker for a pinafore. And while this pinafore is like pretty plain, they gave it some visual interest with all the little buttons down the front. And I'm super happy with it. Love it. No notes. The next thing Elphaba wears is kind of weird to me. I'm going to put it in yeah, okay, very good. Very good. Because I like it, but it's slightly confusing plot-wise. She wears a nightgown during the beginning of What Is This Feeling that looks like it's Nessa Rose's that she borrowed, which makes sense. But then she puts on this crocheted robe thing that's black and looks like something that would be hers. So in theory, it's like, oh no, she didn't pack bags for Shiz. She has to borrow her sister's stuff. But also she has a crochet robe already. So that part confused me. And that's why it's not perfect. But otherwise, I mean, they're good. So I'm going to put this in very good. At the beginning of What Is This Feeling, Glinda is wearing this silk nightie that clearly has a reference to this silk nightie. And I am so pleased whenever I get to see a reference that is just so well done. I love it. Amazing. No notes. And the robe that Glinda puts on for What Is This Feeling is this like micro pleated ruffled nightie. And I'm going to put it in very good. It's nice. It's nothing spectacularly special. It's a nice little robe. I do think that the ruffles have like a bit of odd placement because it has this silk backing on it, and then on the front it's just ruffle everywhere, so it feels a little unbalanced, but otherwise very good. The next thing we see Glinda wearing, again during What Is This Feeling, is this sheer suit dress thing. The collar and the texture around the shoulders and sleeves is really nice, and I think it's really cute, but I would have preferred if they just left it as that being a pink blouse and then the skirt as it is on the outfit. Instead, they have the sheer fabric going over the pinstripe, so there's like a pinstripe half suit thing underneath it. And I'm just not a huge fan of this. So like the concept is there, but I don't think the execution was. So I'm gonna put this in eh. Next for Elphaba is her uniform pinafore. Once again, love a pinafore for her. It's fitted beautifully, awesome use of the pinstripe. Great way of putting Elphaba's own spin on the Shiz uniform. And she's wearing this with a blue shirt, as is standard for the Shiz uniform, but hers has this collar that's a neat, like, kite diamond shape. Love it. No notes. Amazing work. We then get a little glimpse of Elphaba and Glinda in, like, a fighting class thing, and Elphaba's just wearing the regular Shiz uniform, but she has blue wrapping instead of the rest of the the rest of the students' orange wrapping that they have, and it's nothing special. I mean, it's good. So, very good. Okay. Glinda, on the other hand, wears this cute little, like, cheerleader moment to fight class, and I think it's so cute. It looks very, like, vintagey, and I think it's hilarious that if you watch these clips, you can see she's still wearing her little high-heeled pumps in this class. She completely changed into a full gym outfit that she had and put on little high heel pumps. So Glinda, so lovely. No notes. We get one glimpse of Madame Morrible during What Is This Feeling, and I'm gonna put this in nope because she appears to be wearing metallic leggings. Gross. No. The next thing we see Morrible in is a Starry Night looking dress, and I love it so much. The reference to the heavens and the sky, sort of connecting to her weather powers. It's getting proceedingly darker in colors as we move forward with the story and her motivations become clearer. And once again, just the sheer amount of detail in all the beading and the embroidery on Morrible's outfits are so good! Ah! Also, this is my favorite outfit that goes with her hair very well, because her hair was meant to, like, mimic weather, whether it be, like, waves or wind or what have you, clouds even. And I think it goes so well with this one. No notes. Amazing. We then see Elphaba in her uniform coat, which is a really cool moment. I love it. It's got like asymmetrical vibes, which is awesome. It has kind of historical silhouettes that we usually see Elphaba in, with like pointed shoulders and, you know, very tailored cuts with the pinstriping. But then it's got like this crop in it that's also really cool. So no notes. Awesome job. The first time we meet Fiero then is when he's riding in and almost hits Elphaba. It's very good. Nice. I mean, it's not anything spectacular. There are a few moments that I really enjoyed part of it. There's like this neat smocking detail on the shoulders of his shirt. Loved that. Love me a bit of smocking. He has some nice riding pants that we see him in. The vest, it just doesn't sit right with me. It looks like every other jacket he wears in the movie, just with the sleeves cut off. I think it should look a little more waistcoat-ish, and, you know, they could have put a little more effort into not copy-pasting his jacket just without sleeves for this. Very good. We only see Glinda in this one for a second when she's reading about Fiero coming to school, but she is wearing another pink silk nightie. Nothing spectacular. Very good. We then properly meet Fiero in his arrival outfit, and also the same one he wears in Dancing Through Life, which is so close to perfect. Not there, though. It's nice. I think that we should have seen more of under the jacket when he was dancing, honestly. I just don't really like the jackets. It's just, you see this jacket and it looks like it's been copy-pasted and just tweaked a little bit throughout the whole movie. So I got sick of seeing it, and so Just not my thing. He is wearing fabulous suspenders though, and the details go all the way into the pants, so a lot of love was given to this outfit, and I do like it a lot. So close, just not quite there. During Dancing Through Life, we see Glinda in this really sweet pink cutout sort of dress, and I think it's so cool. The construction is really neat. It kind of reminds me of butterflies in a way, and it's just very sweet looking, which I think is a great choice for this moment where, you know, Glinda's being very sweet and flirtatious to Fiero. No notes. Then we get to see what Glinda is wearing to the Ozdust ballroom, which is so cool. There's so much neat texture and color. It looks like she's wearing a flower. It's amazing. I'm in love with it. And I don't have a picture of them, but her shoes also had the same sort of color variation in them, which was really neat to see. No notes, just gorgeous. And then there's what Nessa wore to the Ozdust ballroom. What in the knitted hell is she wearing? I can sort of see like the whimsy of it, but it looks so frumpy and I don't like it. And everyone else looked pretty cool for the Ozdust ballroom. So, you know, she just looked like I pitied her outfit because I was like, oh, someone put you in a weird sweater dress thing. Sad. Nope. All the extras at the Ozdust ballroom looked fabulous, and I would give this a perfect, but there's some things that bother me. It was so close, so I'm going to put it in so close. There were these cool, like, 20s speakeasy vibes they were going for, and I loved that. Some of the stuff people were wearing, though, just bored me. Like, it was just, you know, like a homecoming dress with a little extra sparkle on it. Which I get it, dressing extras can be hard. You can't go all out for everyone. I would have appreciated some more movement aspects in the costumes, though, because they're all dancing and having fun. And so the outfits that had, like, fringe or, like, some weird movement parts where when a character moved, I noticed what they were wearing, I loved that. Also, there was this one wig that I found, like, a small blurry photo of, and I cannot find more photos of it, but there's this one wig that this chick is wearing that's so, like, cool 1920s vibes, that's, like, choppy and has tinsel in it. It was amazing. I loved it. And I would have loved to see even more weird wigs, hats, hair pieces, because I think that really does kind of speak otherworldly to us, because we don't wear a lot of hats and hair pieces anymore, and people often don't wear wigs that look like wigs. So close. Fiero in the Ozdust ballroom, also so close. It's his jacket, guys. I'm not going to get over this. His jacket looks copy-pasted once again. It's a little different, and that's why I think that it's almost perfect. It's got this asymmetrical, like, embroidery thing going on where it looks like almost Chrysler building looking motifs down one arm, and I loved that. I think they should have taken that even further. So close. Now, what Elphaba wears to the Ozdust, I have no notes on. I love it. It's so cool. Amazing texture. They apparently were trying to go for, like, the frills of a mushroom on the sheer part of her dress, and then they had this velvet corset thing they were doing, and the hat that they built for this show also carries that naturey mushroom motif throughout it, and I think it all came together so well. The popular nightie is the popular robe that she wears with the roses on it. No notes. It's over the top excellent. It's too much and the perfect amount in every single way. I love it. No notes. What Elphaba is wearing during popular works, but it's so close for me. Her, like, Edwardian-ish robe is really cool. It looks, you know, like a piece out of a museum. It's awesome. But it's just a little off color-wise. It looks like something else. In design, it looks like something she would own. In color palette, it looks like something else she would have borrowed from Nessa Rose. So I just wish that the colors were a little different. So close. There's another like blink and you miss it moment where Elphaba is wearing a coat while she's rescuing the lion. She just wears it when she's riding on the bike. And it's this Ulster raincoat. It's nothing spectacular, but I would say it's very good. Very good. Also, it now makes me realize that I want to own a raincoat that is an Ulster coat as well. What Fiero is wearing during the lion cub rescue, he has his like full Shiz uniform on, and this is the only time we see him in the Shiz uniform without his ugly jacket, and so I think this is perfect. No notes. He has this amazing collar that folds over to one side and is kind of like, I want to say hanfu, but I know that's wrong. I'll find it. But I do adore that collar. I love the pants. Nothing spectacular about them, but I love the pants. And also, he is wearing a Shiz blazer that fits well. I like it, and it is not ugly, scrunchy velvet. Yay! No notes. What Elphaba is wearing during the lion cub rescue is also like identical to what she's wearing during the scene where she gets the invitation to the Emerald City. So I'm just going to group those two together. It's fine. Like, is where I'm gonna put this, because it's got like some punky elements to it with the asymmetrical skirt cutting and how it's a bit shorter. She has these knee-high boots with tassels on them. It's a cool outfit, but it just doesn't seem very Elphaba to me. It also, I think, was the wrong choice for the song I'm Not That Girl. I didn't feel right watching her wear this while she sang that song. So, We do see something neat from Glinda during the invitation scene. Glinda is wearing a pinafore dress, which is usually Elphaba's thing, and I think that this is kind of them rubbing off on each other aspect, and I think that's so sweet to see Glinda doing, her own spin of Elphaba's signature look, which is a pinafore dress, and I love it. Then we go off to the Emerald City, and we see Glinda in her Emerald City suit. Love. So cute. No notes. I love the open sleeves. The cut on the front of the jacket is really whimsical, and I love it a lot. It becomes very like sweet and 1940s when you lose the jacket, because it's such a simple skirt, and then they have this lovely little pleated blouse underneath. And I think that her being like sweet and vulnerable was really necessary during Defying Gravity, and so I'm very happy with that choice. For Elphaba's Emerald City dress, no notes. I think it's so cool. They kept it simpler than most of her other outfits, which I think was necessary, once again, to, give some space for her big moments, so you were focusing on her, not what she's wearing, especially in Defying Gravity. It still has that nice mushroomy texture with all the little pleats that her other outfits have had, but it's a little more subtle in this one. Classic Elphaba. While we're in the Emerald City, we see all the Emerald City's citizens, and I don't have a lot of great pictures of them, but it was really cool. It was definitely a lot of period type silhouettes, a lot of 40s and 50s mixed with Victorian, which I think was super cool. Lots of, strong shoulders, nipped waist, big skirts. It was amazing. It's also the first time we see someone wear the color green in the movie, and the designer did this on purpose to where we would have almost kind of a shock when we saw the Emerald City, because it's just, this is the first time we've seen green, and it really packs a punch, which I think was super smart. Also, the largest secondary color we see in the Emerald City besides green is pink, and green and pink just go so good together. No notes. I love my Emerald City citizens. While we're in the Emerald City, we get a cameo from Kristen Chenoweth and Idina Menzel, and they play the Wise Ones in a production put on in the town square. And they look so fun. I think that it was the perfect choice to put them in sort of over-the-top goofy outfits and play over-the-top goofy roles, because otherwise I think it would have felt very forced to have them cameo. And it felt so natural, and I loved it so much. Also, all the glitz, glitter, and big hair was very Glinda, and then also the little fold details within their clothing and all the texture was very Elphaba. And so I think it was a nice combo of motifs we've already seen through the movie being brought into our cameos. We then meet the wizard, Mr. Jeff himself. So close to perfect. He's wearing these funky shoes that I do love, and he has like multiple kind of watch chains going in his waistcoat, which is really cool. And they have all these little charms on them with little wizard motifs. Like he has a little air balloon charm and all that. And I think that was super cool as well. There's nothing insanely spectacular about his suit. What I wish he had was just something more to put him like sort of extravagantly over the top. Like if he had been wearing a hat of some sort, that could have been cool. I know that, people hate putting actors in hats during movies, but I think it could have been neat with like a top hat or something. Or even if he had had like a cane while he was like walking around or gesturing or something, I think it would have added a lot to just the way he moves, because he felt like he was missing a cane. I can't explain it. I just know in my soul he wanted a cane in that moment. So close. Then Madame Morrible shows up to the Emerald City, and this is the darkest costume we see her in. And I gotta say, it was very good. It was amazing. It wasn't her most spectacular costume throughout the movie, but it was nice. I enjoyed it. It was the darkest we saw her in, which matches up with her, going deeper into showing her dark side, which I did enjoy. It's this dark blue color that I wish, when she was moving, I was looking for it, because I just expected it to be there. But if it had been kind of iridescent with flashes of green to show that, like she's working with the wizard, I think that would have been so cool, and I would have loved that so much more. Also, it could be more evil. She looks fabulous all the time, for sure, but like it just seemed like they took an outfit she could have worn at any other time and just made it kind of darker. And it didn't feel very sinister, and I think it should have. So, very good. Very Morrible. And last but not least is not an entire costume, just one costume piece. It's the Defying Gravity cape, which is just kind of a blanket that Glinda ties around Elphaba, but it grows as she is flying and singing, and I've heard some people saying that it's kind of like a silly and ridiculous thing, but I don't think so. I'm going to give this one no notes, because number one, magic is a thing. Number two, Elphaba does unintentional magic all the time. And number three, I think that her magic being like channeled into this giant cape thing is kind of cool. I like it. I think it works well with the song. Don't come for me. No notes. All right, and with that, we have ranked most of the costumes in Wicked Part 1. Let me know in the comments below if you disagreed strongly with any of my rankings. I would love to hear about your opinions, because no one else will talk to me about this movie. All my friends are sick of hearing about it. I think I would pick Elphaba's Shiz uniform, the pinafore with the little diamond collar. I love that so much. I think it's just too cute. If you liked this video and you like costumes, you should go check out my channel. Over there, I talk lots about them, and I also make them, so definitely go check that out. I'm also on TikTok and Instagram at ArtByLGO, and Patreon at ArtByLGO. Patreon, you get behind-the-scenes content of what current projects I'm working on, whether that be sewing, crafting, or something goofy like ranking costumes from a movie. Well, thank you for listening to me rant about costumes so I don't talk my roommate's ear off anymore. Consider liking this video, dropping a comment, a subscribe, interacting with it in any way, if you're feeling generous. Have a great rest of your day, night, or whatever time it is, and bye! Madame Morrible, blah, 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 Madame Morrible. Some nice riding Glinda's, whatchamacallit. Shit. Blah.